What's up, everyone, and welcome to Best Car Reviews. I'm Ben, and today we'll be dissecting the 2023 Hyundai IONIQ 5. Before we begin, please like and subscribe so I continue to bring accurate and clear car reviews in under 10 minutes. Let's get started. Hyundai introduced the IONIQ 5 in 2022, and it has come to be very popular. Some upgraded touches in 2023 make it rank in some top 10 lists and continue to appeal to Americans looking for their brand new EV. Being able to have EV features for a far less price adds to the desire of owning this vehicle. If you're loving the design and want to know more, then stay tuned. They look at the different trims and details that matter most to you to determine which will be the best bang for your buck. Photos and information in today's video come direct from Hyundai or from Car and Driver. Let's dive in. The 2023 Ioniq 5 will be available in three different trims: the SE, SEL, and Limited. The base level SEL starts at 42,785, and the Limited starts at 53,935. So across these three trims, although there's only three to pick from, there is an $11,000, price range between these. So hopefully that will allow you to find a design that you like and a price point that you can also afford to get one of these if you want one. Looking at the engine, or as the motor, as we would probably call it, being an EV, standard range battery with a single motor, rear wheel drive setup gives you 168 horsepower, 258 pound-feet of torque. The long range battery, still with the single motor and rear wheel drive setup, gets you 225 horsepower with 258 pound-feet of torque. And if you opt for the dual motor setup with all wheel drive, you get significantly more power, 320 horsepower, and 446 pound-feet of torque. All these will be paired with a single speed automatic transmission. And as I kind of alluded to, going over the motors, rear wheel drive comes standard, all wheel drive is available as an option. Looking at the ranges here, standard rear wheel drive setup gets you 220 miles. So that smaller battery pack does have, quite a bit less on a full charge. The long range battery with a single motor gets you 303 miles on a full charge. And the long range battery with a dual motor setup, that all wheel drive, will get you 266 miles. So despite that all wheel drive giving you some more power, you will lack in the total range on a full charge. Some pictures now of the Ioniq 5 that have been released. Well, we talk about some of the features. This is definitely a unique design, as most new EVs are. It almost has a retro feel, but very modern at the same time. This is not exactly the design and shape of a vehicle that appeals to me personally, but this has been very popular. So it's the right look for lots of people. And that's great because EVs are the way things are moving. It's nice that people have an option that they like. Lots of features included in this Ioniq are available in EVs that are far more expensive, such as some Porsches that are out. Having features that are, only available on these things that you don't have to shell out tons of money to get is huge. It's pretty much said right now that EVs will start $10,000 higher than their gas equivalent. And that's probably going to make you buy the gas model. If you're staring at it, two models that you like, one's gas, one's EV, you really want the EV, but it's $10,000 more expensive and you can't afford that, then you're going to go with the gas. So in order to get more EVs on the road, they have to be affordable. It's nice to see Hyundai's doing that. Some features of this, the SEL and the limited models can also tow up to 2,300 pounds. So if you have something small, you have to tow occasionally or want the ability to, that's great. You get 19 to 20-inch wheels depending on your trim, as well as a different design as you go up the trim ladder. Like I mentioned too, there's not many trims to pick from, but the higher you go, obviously the nicer overall features and options you'll get, as that's pretty standard no matter what vehicle you're looking at. I think the best bang for your buck is probably the SEL trim. Rear-wheel drive setup gets you the most range, but all-wheel drive can still be great to have on it. Preference, but along with that, this also comes standard with artificial leather upholstery, hands-free power liftgate, ambient interior lighting, heated steering wheel, wireless charging, and much more. So not only do you get nicer stuff on the outside and the powertrain, the inside is also nicer than going with that base level. The interior now and some pictures of that have been released. This is a very high quality interior. I think it's extremely attractive on all trims and offers a lot of great technology. The seats are sharp and can get some nice colors depending on how you option. You get a heads-up display with augmented reality. If you've never had a vehicle with heads-up display, it's hard to kind of gauge whether that's a nice feature or not, but those who do have it say they never want one again without it. You get lots of legroom and headroom in this vehicle because it has a long wheelbase. You also get a little extra cargo room as well, as this has a completely flat floor, being an EV. The front seats recline and include footrests that can come in handy during charging. If you just need to chill for a few minutes, you can put your feet up. This comes kind of a lot of storage compartments too, including a large center console. When it comes to screens, you get a 12-inch infotainment screen next to a 12-inch digital gauge cluster. That's super appealing. One thing about these EVs is they all seem to have giant screens, and this one does not lack that, as those come standard. Along with those screens, you get Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. This has a 5-star safety rating with a host of driver's assist technology and safety features as well. In review, guys, this Ioniq 5 is no doubt a sweet car from Hyundai. Hyundai seems to be leading the charge on lots of things, and definitely EVs. They're not afraid to put something out there and see how well it does. And they're obviously having great success with this Ioniq 5. And coming in 2023, they've done some great upgrades, and they'll continue to be successful with it. And I think one of the biggest reasons of that is the price point. You can go higher end and get that limited, spend a little more money, but there's still two trims that fall below $50,000 for a spacious EV, and that's huge for a lot of people who want to get in one of these things and actually be able to own it. This is where things are going. Some people want to get on that already, or if you just support the movement, this is a great option. Because there's so many out there that are just so expensive, it's not even realistic. Great to see this from Hyundai, and hopefully they keep it up. Hopefully this video laid things out in a clear way for you guys. Thank you for watching this Best Car Review. Please subscribe if not already. I'll catch you on the next Best Car Review.